Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa. Trigger Happy Havoc. So now then, for the investigation phase. Which honestly takes too long getting to in my opinion, because you spend the entire time just... It's like you find a body. Then we spend like an hour just trying to establish other things besides the body before we even get to the investigation phase to establish what happened to the body. Anyway, due to an explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife which went completely through the body. And my stupid auto shutdown on my headset. Anyway, they had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. Bonnie was also covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. So even the Monokuma part doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The identified body could really be Kyoko, or... I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I have to go back to the scene of the crime, back to the garden. I have to actually investigate. Monokuma file number 5 has been added to the truth board section of your handbook. Oh god. I almost forgot about this. But, yeah. That's one thing that annoys me about coming to the garden. It's every time it starts with that. I mean, that's not even the background music. It's just ambience. Annoying ambience. At least it isn't doing the whole high-pitched ring, but still. Do they seriously have to put jungle noises when they already have background music? Okay, time to get started. I need to check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. I just need to do what I always do. And let's see, first there's the body. I'll check the body more thoroughly. Maybe then I'll find for sure if it's Kyoko or not. No. Though I checked it, the victim was well got totally burnt up. There are one little piece left. Though I have the body didn't get wet after the body blew up, the top half got set on fire. So dumped the body a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? Okay, what did the first say? Yeah, take a while. Huh. Something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these fake nails. They're very long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails has been added to the truth board section of your handbook. But what about the... There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burned so I can't make out the whole thing, but looks like a picture of a dog or something. Never seen anything like it before. The deer on the right hand has been added to your truth board section of your handbook. And we can't really check too much here, because, you know, yeah. Yeah, the top half is also wet, because, yeah, we do walk on it. Makes sense. So it's bloated body and analysis has been added. Good, good. I think that's all you need to see here. For now. Stupid thing. Fragments of something. They'll burn up, so I can't really be sure, but I think we've seen something like it before. But well, wait, was it there? Should double check that later. Can't certainly remember what that's from. It's been a few days for me after all. Oh, so there's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? Also, shouldn't there be blood on it? It's be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. Of course, the explosion must have thrown it over here. My Akuma finds that the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does that mean this knife was the cause of the fatal injury? Either way, this knife, it's very familiar. It also doesn't appear to have blood on it. Wait, is this? Don't have that flashback. It's the knife the person was holding. This is getting very weird. There are just too many strange coincidences. Who the person in the mask was that attacked me last night? They were holding that knife. That same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. Sorry, this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. Maybe then I But this is really is Kyoko. I mean, Kyoko is the one that attacked me. But why the mask? Just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife of the crime scene. So add to the truth box. That's gonna annoy me every time. Listen, Makoto. Do you know how the body let you know before it blew up? If I remember right. It was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Though it was a knife sticking out of the stomach and area around it was stained with blood. Apparently the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Jackie said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. For how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Oh thanks, that was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Having to talk about like that helped me remember it a lot better too. So thank you too. I'll add that to the thing. So no blood on the ground around it. So who does that body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look, I don't want to faint anymore. I think the blood's gone anyway. But the chicken's okay? Count 4 chickens. Huh? 4? Yeah, shouldn't that be 5? Yo, what's going on, Makoto? Yeah, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were hidden here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right.
Huh?
Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now, but 1 short. Huh? It's so weird. I wonder when it disappeared.
But
I was down here just before nighttime last night. There were definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world, man.
conspiracy!
It's like a jigsaw puzzle. Even if a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished, dude. You might better ignore hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Could it be related to the case? What about the water system? Sprinklers, yeah. Set to turn at 7:30 every morning and markers that the time process could be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn at 7:30 each morning, right? That the fire set before then. Sprinklers should have gotten it wet, which would mean the murder must have taken place. Yes, either the murder would have taken place actually after 7:30, would it? Anyway, we have more people's accounts to listen to. Good timing, Makoto. Wait. Good timing, Makoto. I want to talk to you. So, what do you want to talk about?
So, in other words...
I'd like to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words...
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night, but... Why are you asking about that now, and what's nighttime got to do with it?
Naturally.
But did that with the sprinkler system? Is it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? Because just after nighttime began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone, so I could tell them about Monokuma. Harry's been spending most of the time in the garden here the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I could confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words...
So the murder could only have taken place... What about in the morning when we weren't here at all? At some point during nighttime, after I left the garden. However, Tako, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night. Last night. But once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's room to get them. At that point, we all went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. Then the ones who don't have alibis, or me and Kyoko.
That's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to get Hina and Tanaka, we stopped by your room as well.
What?
But you never came to the door, so where precisely were you? Telling the truth, I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had fever, so... Not totally an alibi. I know. So I'm just trying to clear some of my sinuses so I can actually read this properly. So much reading. Not good on me. So what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. I'm the only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Banker's account has been added to the Driftboat section of your handbook. And there goes the annoying thing again. 5 times. Yo, like, it's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
For serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found, huh? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. My cruise announcement woke me up at 7 o'clock as usual. Head for the dining hall pretty soon, once I got that map of Hina. I was right around 7:30. I had the gym where everyone else was waiting. That's Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? It was 9. Precisely 9. Yeah, 9. Had to be around
You know?
9. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we could say for sure the body was found at 9 AM. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job. But, yeah. Now then, I go into the tool shed. Yeah. Here's Dustin just going off where it's a pretty stereotypical tool shed. But wait, what's this? Is that the tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I'll look into that. What about the pickaxe? What, the pickaxe? Apparently pickaxe is no longer open for breaking down that door. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside started clean and completely dry. Until the top is wet and dirty, something about that bothers me. There's one thing in here that concerns me. Well, maybe it was used to cover the body, so it didn't get wet by the sprinklers. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area. I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically that fragment I found before. So I need to go in order to confirm it. Then find out more about Kyoko. Was that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Somehow I don't think so. Something about, you know, she always wears gloves. And I doubt you will fake nails with gloves. I mean... If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko is not the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. If I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. The key to her room... Ah, yes.
It's all clear now.
Bianca. Hurry.
What?
Just give up.
I don't have any choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. But, yeah. He might not like that because, well, you know. I am the most suspicious person, apparently. But I have seen everything there is to see. I mean, unless you want me to look at the plant. Fine, I'll look at the plant. Come on, Flower. Is it really EP for class thing? I don't think it's actually related to the case, though. Now let's go talk to Bianca. Hey, Bianca. If you do come up with an alibi, I'd be happy to hear it later, at the class trial. Oh, it's not about that. You have the key to Yoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take the risk. You are the prime suspect, after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then, will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later, and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, then in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. You know, that one area that we're not going to actually name. Herp, herp, herp. I can't just fast travel. I'm going down several dozen floors. Seems stupid. So anyway, to the gym. Because remember, that one area. My group's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figure it won't be here.
you know?
Yeah, the bomb. Like, I just found something. What is it? It's...
Huh?
It's what? A bomb. Our two Monokumas, this is a matter, yet we've seen Monokuma. So there's multiple Monokumas. Well, that's reassuring. There's no doubt about that. The fragment's found in the garden. So, well. We're barely found the bomb. Now I need to go to Kyoko's room. Which means we have to talk to Byakuya. This investigation first thing is going faster than usual. Which is technically a good thing. Yeah, right. Have to go all the way back to the garden. You think you can go see Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. But for me, Byakuya walked off with our second glance. I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Herp, herp, herp. Herp, herp, herp. Can't look by myself. Oh, I have to actually ask him. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid into the keyhole, and then... and it's open. Looks like it, thanks. Then I'm investigating. So this is Kyoko's room. Don't worry, there's anything suspicious, you know? I mean... here's your bed. Just anything interesting, yeah? It's time as far as the case is concerned. Here's the bathroom. You might have certain articles hanging out to dry. I'd better not look inside. That and the fact that on... well, I guess we have our key, so... There's also something on the table. It's a wood block decoration. More importantly, it's it's one of those locker keys. What's that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. Like I said, those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what unlocks. Okay, here's the thing. We answered the question already, but our character's like, oh really? What does it do? Like seriously, Makoto. You just said it's like a key at one of those traditional bathhouses. Oh wait, no, that won't be right. We know what the bathhouse is. And then, the dojo. Dojo. Anyway. Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. The dojo? Right. I got distracted thinking public bathhouse was the same as a frickin' dojo. Anyway. So, anything else, Jill?
What?
Where did you come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing particular, just that we might find some kind of clue here. Well, that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on!
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Because if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed to no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete, something to give us some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know. Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Sort of a simple my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open something ever happens to me. Try have it here somewhere. Found it. What's an envelope? Girl gave it to me. She said if something ever happened I should open it.
Interesting.
Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. Unless I open the envelope and look inside, it's a single piece of paper. Under the sheet.
What?
That's all that was it. That's all that was in there. Yeah, looks like it. Look at the sheets. Maybe we should actually look, under the sheet. But could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Probably you didn't expect to find anything, but I lifted up the sheets. What's this? Found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class, no, sorry, it's your registry. Makuro Ikasawa.
I see.
It appears to be Makuro Ikasawa's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. It's probably the other thing he oversaw when she snuck into the headmaster's room along with the king. Alright, we have to recap that. This must be the blank that Monica was talking about. Kyoko said that death without me was unappealing. This is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentiment indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. I made an effort to pull myself together and then looked down at the profile sheet. Hey, Makuro Ikasawa, sets female, ultimate soldier. After small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. Now after school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. Since international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. How she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Finner for those 3 years. She insisted that she had been kidnapped, that she received battle training for own volition. But she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Makuro's profile is managed at the truth part section of your handbook. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's stop and analyze this for a second. So, the ultimate soldier, right, is apparently running around in a silly mask and was killed by what appears to be a single knife. Yeah, that's... I mean, even if it was Mikoto, I don't think he could take on, the ultimate soldier. Someone who's had military training, who could snap his neck before he could even get next to her. I just don't see that as being a possibility. So that should rule out Mikoto as the murderer. It might even rule out Kyoko as the murderer, since I don't think she's exactly that good. Anyway. The ultimate soldier, a mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in, it's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction, the other's sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person, but then...
I see.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. And that's worth remembering. This all-powerful world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Oh, I feel like our hero's becoming a pit player. And pit player's becoming our hero. Ah, it's you.
What?
Where have you got there in your pretty little hand now?
What?
Oh, you found a profile. So what if we did? I'm so I forget.
Hey! Come on now!
Don't freak out on me. I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in this case, in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either. Even though she's stored and hidden. After all, there's no war against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Okami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag the corpse out here and slice it up. And devour it. Bears are omnivorous, you know.
What?
Oh, real violations are so unforgettable. You're very adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. Can't be complaining about how unfair it is. It all is now, can I?
Hmm.
Fact on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I think I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
So when y'all first got together in the main hallway back then, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. A misunderstanding, are you saying?
in other words,
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
yes indeed!
Children students take a plot in this killing game, whereas actually 16. 16 then.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student. The one they call. Watch out for
We
her.
actually, yep, and have that recap again. 16 steward, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life. So the one making all the regulations is...
Why?
Why?
Huh?
Huh? Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh well, because... Like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. But since we've got so many viewers now, I have to make sure everyone's on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know?
Yes indeed!
Makes sense? Not at all.
Well now,
Okay, and that's all you get for now. Oh, actually I do have some revenge to get, so I have extra bonus for you. Revenge. I have to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirikiri, so I'm gonna show a little secret with you. Seriously?
hey,
She wears those stupid clothes day in, day out all the time. I don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Pooh. Okay, that's all you get now. And laughter. Well, that's also a clue. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars. Wait, so on the back of his hand, that tattoo. I don't think that's a scar, though. Yeah, he said scars. That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars, which means... I also don't think she wears fake nails underneath. Yeah, that won't make sense. What are you thinking about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is undercovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mikuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mikuro is the one creating the rules of the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? Said he wanted to make things clear so there wouldn't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mikuro is connected to this case. And that's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a set-stream student. He needs to make our investigation fail. So, yeah, Makuro's the body. You dipshit.
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps she's the one. God damn it, Bianca. What? That would explain why we have to have a black straw, would it? She's a student and she killed someone. That would make her part of the school killing game. Makuro's the killer? She's the body, you dipshit. She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? Right, I think no. And that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monica was just telling us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Makuro Ikisawa isn't the culprit. But didn't you just say she's the culprit? But what makes you say that? Is that Makuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity? If that's true, Monika's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of the way to reveal themselves to us? That is a good point.
So, in other words,
You're giving us information that would raise questions about who would be bold, to say the least. Makes more sense than to assume that Makuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. You want us to suspect Makuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what made sense to me. Well, you say it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, Makuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work out is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
let's go.
Well, are you coming? And thus we went to the dojo. Yay, cherry blossoms. The wooden locker seal. They use wood block keys, like at the super traditional public bathhouses. Let's the key found in Kyoko's room. It really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Mikoto, do you see the locker first to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key, right?
That's right.
Well, just try it. Okay. And so we use the key. The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. And there were apparently arrows in here. Looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, with our bows are nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Titanium arrows has been added to the truth bolt, said Shoshi Handbook. There's something else inside the locker. You wanted a ball of duct tape. I wonder what that was used for. That bloodstain.
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow, but how could it possibly be involved? Lady duct tape is added to the truth board section. And that's all the locker has to offer for now. Dot. Something wrong.
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. How did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps... Yaka? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. Huh? What next location?
What?
There's something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir, you mean the mercenary group that Makuro was part of? How are we supposed to... The archives, you dumbass. Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research. You're talking about the archive. Ah, that's right. It does have that type of info.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let us hurry. And thus, we went to the archive. It's been a while since we've been in the archive. I believe there was a fire related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Daka seems to know the archive like the back of his hand, went straight to a shelf in the back.
Hmm.
Ah, here we go. quickly returned with a fire in hand. Can I see the file?
I see.
Take a look at this. Well, I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. If I expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Somehow I don't think it's based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their male presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. So yeah, as I said, somehow I don't think they'd be based off, you know, the Middle frickin' East. Because I don't think Norse mythology is really popular over there. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, the continued resistance cannot be confirmed, though unconfirmed reports of the key members of the group were all neutralized, which indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Somehow I believe there was mounting internal tension of the group and they simply imploded. ...
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. The battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it also exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn more about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? It would explain, you know, the whole tattoo. That's right, it said Fenrir is the one for Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad will get a tattoo. Yeah, well, that sums that up. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir. Could that mean, you know, the whole tattoo that's up for Worf on the back of the hand that looks the same as the mark on the thing? But anyway, that's apparently the last clue.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us organisms, the Earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that.
Okay.
Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
And then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
And this one's gonna be difficult, isn't it? It would seem that way. Let us go. Let us also end the video here, you peasants. So anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all, and have a nice day. Also, I'm running low on save spots. Hopefully we're getting towards the end of the game. But yeah. Till next time.